Most UK renters assume landlords can pretty much do whatever they want. Raise the rent overnight, keep your deposit, ban pets, ignore repairs, threaten eviction, and a lot of the time, tenants just accept it. They don't question it, they don't push back, because they assume the landlord knows the rules better than they do. But a lot of the time, they legally can't do any of it. Today, I'm breaking down some of the biggest things UK landlords are not allowed to do in 2026 and the rights most tenants don't realise they already have. Let's start with rent increases, because this is where a lot of landlords are going to try and catch people out now that no-fault evictions are gone. A landlord cannot just text you or drop a note through the door saying your rent is going up next month. There is a legal process they have to follow. Under the Renters' Rights Act, landlords can now only raise your rent once a year. They must give you at least 2 months of written notice using a formal document called a Section 13 notice. It has to be the correct form. An informal email or a text message is not enough. And the increase has to be in line with local market rates. They can't just pick a number. If they try to raise your rent by £300 a month and similar properties in your area are renting for the same price you're already paying, that increase is challengeable. You have the legal right to take a proposal rent increase to the first tier tribunal. It's completely free. The tribunal looks at local market evidence and decides whether the increase is fair. A lot of tenants don't know this option exists, and landlords rely on that. And one more thing, a landlord cannot legally harass you, threaten you, or use eviction as a tool just because you questioned a rent increase. That is illegal. Know that. Now let's talk about deposits, because this is where most tenants lose money. They didn't have to lose. Your deposit does not belong to your landlord the moment you hand it over. It's legally yours until deductions are properly justified with evidence. Your landlord has to prove the deductions are fair. You don't have to prove they aren't. The biggest area where tenants get unfairly charged is something called fair wear and tear. This is a legal concept that means the normal deterioration of a property from everyday living, not damage, not neglect, just what happens when a human being lives somewhere. Carpets that look worn after 2 or 3 years, fair wear and tear. Paint that's faded or has small scuffs, fair wear and tear. Furniture that's aged or looks slightly used, fair wear and tear. A landlord cannot charge you for the natural aging of a property, and even if something does genuinely need replacing, they cannot charge you the full cost of a brand new item if what they had before was already old. That's called betterment, and it's not allowed. If a carpet was 5 years old when you moved in and needs replacing when you leave, you might be fairly liable for a proportion of the cost, not a full brand new replacement. Most tenants pay deductions they could have successfully challenged. Don't be one of them. Repairs and mould. This is a big one, and it's where a lot of tenants stay quiet when they shouldn't. If your boiler breaks, there's a serious damp or mould problem, or there's a structural issue in the property, your landlord cannot just ignore you indefinitely. Under Section 11 of the Landlord and Tenant Act 1985, landlords are legally responsible for maintaining heating, hot water, structural repairs, and major safety issues. Mould is not always simply a lifestyle issue, and landlords cannot automatically blame tenants for it. It is a health hazard, and in many cases your landlord is legally required to deal with it. Always report repairs in writing, text or email so you have a record. If they ignore you, you have options. You can contact your local council's environmental health team who have powers to force landlords to act. And here's something a lot of tenants are scared of: reporting repairs and then getting threatened with eviction. That's called revenge eviction. And since the 1st of May 2026, with the Section 21 abolished, it's significantly harder than landlords to do. You have more protection now than you ever have. Pets. This one surprises a lot of renters. For years, no pets clauses in tenancy agreements were pretty much standard, and most tenants just accepted them. But under the Renters' Rights Act 2025, that has changed. Landlords must now fairly consider any written request to keep a pet. They cannot issue a blanket ban just because they don't like animals, or because a previous tenant had a pet that caused damage, or for any other vague reason. And if you think the refusal is unreasonable, you can challenge it. You can raise a complaint through the new private rented sector Ombudsman when it launches later this year, or take it to court. This is one of the most significant shifts in the new law for renters who have pets or want one. You now have a legal right to ask, and they have a legal obligation to properly consider it. And finally, eviction and harassment. This is one most renters are most scared of, and the one where knowing your rights matters most. Your landlord cannot threaten you. They cannot change the locks while you're out. They cannot remove your belongings from the property. They cannot cut off your gas, electricity or water to force you out. And they absolutely cannot physically intimidate or harass you into leaving. Even if you're behind on rent, the legal process still has to be followed. A landlord cannot just show up and change the locks because you owe 2 months' rent. That is illegal eviction. It is a criminal offence, and tenants in that situation have legal remedies, including being reinstated to the property and claiming damages. Since the 1st of May 2026, Section 21 no-fault evictions are completely abolished in England. Your landlord now needs a legal reason to evict you, and they have to go through the courts to do it. That process takes months. You have far more security than you did 2 weeks ago. One more thing. If you are already renting right now, your landlord has until the 31st of May 2026 to give you a copy of the government's official Renters' Rights Act information sheet by post or by email. If they don't send it, they face a fine of up to £7,000. Send them a message today asking for it. You are legally entitled to it. The biggest advantage landlords have always had is that most tenants don't know their rights. That's why people lose deposit money they shouldn't lose, tolerate conditions they didn't have to tolerate, and leave properties they didn't have to leave. That's what this channel is about. Straightforward UK rights explained in plain English. No jargon, no legal degree required. If this was useful, subscribe, because we're covering employers, bailiffs, companies, debt collectors, and all other situations where knowing your rights changes the outcome. This is general information, not legal advice, but it's accurate, and it's yours to use.